Hi everybody, Debbie with Garden Style here. So today we're going to cover how to add berries to the fall and winter garden. And before I get started, just want to let you guys know that it's definitely cooled off here in the Northwest. We're seeing signs of fall everywhere, including the flannel today. And let's just face it, we're getting to a point where we're starting to wind it down for the season, but there's still plenty of time for those of us in Zone 8 or Zone 7 to still be planting shrubs in the garden. And this very first little culprit that I have sitting here, which is a beautyberry, or Callicarpa is its botanical name, and this particular one is called Callicarpa Profusion, and of course I'll put the name down below in the list. But this comes out with this outstanding purple berries during the fall. Now this will get loaded with kind of these light pink lavender type blooms during June and July, and then they slowly turn into these berries and get more and more purple as the temperatures start to drop, and then the leaves start to kick in, and they will also get kind of a bronzy color during the fall. So this makes an outstanding specimen. This one's so large here I can't quite get them all into the picture there, but I'll certainly flash one down below. But these shrubs are amazing, and they're also extremely drought tolerant. So if you have a drier, sunnier area in your yard where you can place one of these, they surprise you at the end of the year with these gorgeous, truly purple berries on them. They're amazing. I'm going to look up the height here for them. I know this guy can get about 6 feet high by 6 feet wide. And they just make this beautiful kind of fountain-shaped, rounded shrub out in the garden. And they kick in when everything else is starting to slow down and start showing off their little purple berries. So highly recommend these shrubs. And then I have a few other specimens here that I want to share with you as well. Not quite as tall. This is definitely one of the taller ones. But we have quite a collection of these at the nursery, and they just started making their statement along the front part of our nursery, so I had to bring one here to show you. And this little guy might end up staying here. I think I'm going to make a home for him. But yeah, this is a beautyberry. I can spit that out. And I apologize if it gets a little loud out here. The wind is blowing a little bit. It's a definite sign that something's starting to blow in for the weekend. Our temperatures are expected to drop another 10 degrees, so we may see 40, maybe even 30-degree temps at night. And this is really early in the year for us, so kind of a freak thing that's happening over the weekend. I know I've been hustling around trying to get some of my more tender plants in. Any house plants that I've had outside for the summer are definitely coming in during the weekend. But here we go. The season is definitely making its debut for us here in the Northwest. Okay, so my next specimen I'm going to talk about, and this is a real common one. Get the pine needles out of them. As you can see, the wind's been blowing. I got pine needles and all sorts of stuff in my little specimens here. This is called a Cotoneaster. Some people call it Cotoneaster, but it's definitely a Cotoneaster, and this particular variety is called coralberry. You talk about a tough, kind of a shrublet slash ground cover, this is your option, especially if you have a bank that you're trying to plant. He is evergreen, his leaves stay green, and they get these beautiful white flowers on them during the springtime, and as you can see, they start to get loaded with berries, and they will do this from now all the way through winter. The berries here are poisonous, so if you have pets or small children, this might not be a good plant for you to plant. I wouldn't say if they eat one, you know, they're going to get sick, but if they're there feasting on them, it'll make them sick. And the birds won't eat them either, and neither will the deer. So that's kind of a bonus there. If you have a deer problem, these are extremely deer resistant. And these spread like crazy. These will get about 12 to 20 inches high, and they get about 6 feet wide. So if you've got a really big area or a bank that requires a lot of sun, this is your specimen right here, Cotoneaster. And of course they'll take drought conditions. You don't need to water them a whole lot after the first year they've been established, and they pretty much take care of themselves. There's not a whole lot of pruning involved. It's just one of those things where you can plant and walk away, which is why I like these so much. And these are definitely going in a really hot area in my yard to cover some ground, and they're perfect for erosion control, because later on, as their branches start to branch out, they will root themselves along the soil as soon as they touch it, after they've been there a while. So Cotoneaster, And Coral Beauty is the name of this particular variety, so look for those in your nursery. And then the next one is really fun. And look at those gorgeous berries. And some of them are kind of pink, but then on the front, you notice how they're starting to turn a deep red. And this is also a low-growing ground cover, and this is actually a wintergreen. And this particular variety is Gaultheria Procumbens. And this is hardy down to zone 3 or minus 40 degrees. So this is a very hardy variety as well. Evergreen. It'll keep its leaves, and I love to plant these in containers as well as in the ground, because they'll hold their berries all the way through the winter time as long as the birds don't get to them. These are edible. Same with your beauty berry here. The purple berries are also edible, so they're not going to hurt anyone. And these are great to take you all the way through the winter time for a little added color. And of course, they're not going to lose their leaves, so they'll hold their own inside of containers. I was going to look and see what their spread was on here. Yeah, these will get about 1 to maybe 10 inches high and probably about 12 to 15 inches wide by the time they spread out. So another excellent ground cover or something for the front of the border. But these are going to be going into my containers this year. I have some containers on the front porch that I want to put them into, and they'll just be outstanding. And look how loaded he is. Lots of berries to be had there. So that's another fun one to introduce to the garden. And then last but not least, this is a newer variety that has come out. This is a Hypericum, and yes, it's in the St. John's wort family. That's basically what its common name is. And this one is called Midnight Glow. And the neat thing with this variety is its leaves are darker. They're almost black. And once the flowers get done blooming, it'll come out with yellow flowers, and then you'll start to see all these red berries appearing on the top of it. And this is another one that's a fantastic plant for containers. You can see he's just a little guy inside of a little container here, so it makes him really easy to put into a container. But these are also fantastic out in the landscape. So if you're looking for a little added color during the fall and the winter, berries or shrubs and ground covers that produce berries are a great way to go without having flowers. And this is also an evergreen, at least here in the Northwest. And let me give you a hardiness code on here. This one's hardy down to zone 6 or minus 10 degrees up to zone 9. So yeah, there's a darker version of a St. John's wort. And these will come in as a ground cover. They're also known to be shrubs. They're shrub versions of Hypericums, but have some of the same traits. The berries are sometimes a red, like what you see here. They can also come in kind of a light pink. And there's also a black or a bluish black berry, and that's usually found on your shrubs. But a beautiful plant nonetheless, and just a neat little collection to play with to start adding some extra color to the fall and winter garden. But this is by far my favorite, the beauty bush here. And I don't know if I gave you a hardiness zone on this guy. Let's see. Let me go back a minute here. And this guy is good down to zone 5. So zone 5 to about zone 8 is where this beautiful shrub can be planted. Okay, so there's a quick introduction for you for adding berries to the garden. It's very blustery out here, so I hope this video comes out okay without it being too interrupted. And looking forward to some further videos with you. I am going to cover spring bulbs. Now's a good time to start heading out to your nurseries and purchasing bulbs for next spring. That's your daffodils, tulips, hyacinths. So I'm going to be picking out some varieties and talking about those, as well as how to plant them, and lots of other goodies coming your direction. So stay tuned. I would like to thank all the new subscribers. This channel has just exploded in the last few months, and I'm really thrilled about that. And I just wanted to thank all of you for your patience and for watching. Just a teeny blurb for all you guys. When I first started doing this almost 2 years ago, I was so new at it, and I kind of have a chuckle every time I go back and see some of the older videos, because I had super long intros and the sound wasn't quite right. And so each and every time I'm doing more and more tweaks and more things for you folks, so that you have the information you need to go out and just plant your little hearts out. So bear with me. I do this on my own. I edit all my own videos. I do everything all myself, as well as trying to run a nursery and run a business on the side there. So, but I just feel it's necessary to try and get this information to you guys as quickly as possible, and of course introduce all the specimens that we get in the nursery, you know, on a daily basis. We're always receiving something new. And I just want to inspire you folks to stay out there and get your hands dirty. So here we go, heading on into the colder months of the season, and there's still plenty to do outside. All right, you guys. Of course, if you have any questions, you can get a hold of me at GardenStylenwest@gmail.com, or you can get a hold of me at my new website at sunnycrestnursery.com. Well, you'll find my videos, and of course you can send me a message from there as well, as I've merged my old website in with my business website. All right, you guys, hope you're having a fabulous fall so far, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.